How y'all doing today? It's your host, SchuZ Schumaker, and today I'm going to be joined by the first member of Pitt's 2022 recruiting class. He's a top 100 ranked prospect as well as a four-star, and he's also the newest member of OKO, which will be playing a senior season at. He also plays for Team Durant in the EYBL, and that's Judah Mintz. Well, take us through this because this is our third interview now. Obviously, you've gone through a couple of different times throughout your recruiting process, and you're officially committed now, locked into Pitt. Take us through how you're feeling.
I feel great. I took my visit last month, and Coach Capel and the staff welcomed me with open arms, and it feels right. I know it's right, so I can't wait.
And that's a huge thing for you guys because this whole process so far was all virtually online, phone calls.
Yeah.
And you got to take a few different visits now. So just what was like just going on these campuses, meeting coaches in person, trying on uniforms? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun experience. The recruiting process, as a lot of people can tell you or probably will tell you, it could be tiring after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely fun being able to take my visits and being able to have that experience, because I know 2021 didn't get to have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, which one did you like more? I know some guys did say obviously just getting on the phone, talking to them that way, like that was good enough for them. But did you like the visits more, or did you like just the virtually wise? Like, which one did you like more?
Yeah, in person is way better. You get a feel for how people actually are. Talking over the phone, even if it's a Zoom, you don't get the same feel. So being in person makes everything 10 times better for me.
Now go through each one individually because you had, like I said, quite a few different options, a couple different schools you went on those visits to. Just walk us through each one and really what you liked about each visit.
Yeah, I went to my first one was Pitt, actually. It was an official visit. And that one it was special. I mean, as you can tell, I committed, but it felt like home. As soon as I went there, everything felt natural. Conversations solo with Coach Capel and with my family at dinners and stuff. So I was there for 2 nights. Everything was it flowed well. It felt natural. That's ultimately why I picked that. And after that, I took a unofficial to Georgetown. That was pretty cool, right by home. Got to do the pictures and stuff, so that was cool. But after that, my only other official was the Penn State, and Coach SchuZ and staff. They also welcomed me with open arms. So all the visits were pretty good. I was supposed to take one to Texas Tech this upcoming fall, one to Marquette, but after talking to my family and stuff about my Pitt visit, we just felt like everything we talked about beforehand was there. So, I mean, there was no need to keep looking. So, yeah.
Some guys like to go and commit on the spot right after the visit or sometime during it. So what kind of allowed you to, who kind of even told you maybe wait a little bit longer, let's go to a couple more visits, see if those schools are better? Like, who kind of influenced you, or even yourself personally, that said, okay, let me go check out Georgetown, let me go check out Penn State? Like, what kind of led to that?
It was really me, because I felt like I owed it to myself to see what other schools had to offer and like to compare it. Because the first visit may like really just be like, wow, they pay for all my stuff and things like that. But once I was able to compare the other visits to Pitt, you could just tell, you could see the difference. You could see, because those are both Penn State and Georgetown are both Power 5, schools. So like you could just tell the difference and how you feel about the school. So I really felt like I owed it to myself to take those visits as well, because I worked so hard to get to this point. But being able to compare Pitt to those two schools was really crucial for me.
Now take us through your checklist. Like you said before you guys went on there, Pitt obviously ended up matching all of them, but what were the things you're looking for? Like before you stepped on any campus, what was like the list of things you wanted to see if a college had that really attracted you and your family?
A staff that's relatable, a staff that really pours into their players on and off the court, because things can get rocky sometimes on a team. Even if you butt heads with head coach, sometimes you always have to have somebody, some assistant coach or somebody there that can really guide you and help you.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, family feel, everybody together. Those are the main goals. And then on the court, somebody that plays up and down, plays fast. I think Pitt really does that. And I think I could really help them do that, especially in the ACC. And I mean, they checked all those boxes, and my family loved it just as much as me. So,
in terms of that locker room, there's going to be a couple of different guys that you kind of already have familiarity with, one of which is a former Team Durant player in William. Was that any influence? Like, did you guys happen to talk during the visit, maybe talk later on? Did he kind of help you? Like, did you reach out to him even? Like, did he have any role in this recruiting process and you ultimately ending up at Pitt?
Yeah, I mean, initially I didn't know Will personally, but when I got there, I spent a lot of time with him, Will, Noah, and Femi, all three of those guys, because I was there for 2 nights, like I said earlier, and I spent a lot of time with those three, and they really I was able to ask them questions, and they told me what was good and what they didn't like. So I liked that they were honest, and I liked that they were honest about coach and about everything at the school. So I mean, Will, yeah, he definitely had he played a part in it, but mainly just the feel for all of the guys that I met there. They all played a huge role. Yeah.
Obviously, the biggest thing is Coach Capel, the head coach of it, and he's someone that obviously some people have had different mixed opinions on him recently because of the way last year ended, but I'm pretty high on him. I think he's still got a bright future, getting a lot of these new guys out there. And so talk about him a little bit. Like, what was his pitch to you? How did he win you over?
Coach Capel was really just a genuine guy. That's why I gravitated towards him initially. He cut it straight to me. He told me what he thinks I need to work on when I get there, and what I'm already really good at, and what he thinks how special of a duo we can be, how special of a team I can make them. And I really like that. And I really like the fact that he was honest in the fact that he said he was going to push me, coach me hard, and those are things you need in a coach. I know people people doubt him because they haven't had winning seasons or disappointing season in the ACC, but I think coming up we can really be a special program.
Now, what does he want from you now? Because you obviously had a couple more years to get out there, one more year of playing high school basketball, but when you do get out there eventually, what does he want from you? What does he expect you to bring to this program?
Just do what I already do. Play both sides of the ball, be a scorer, be a playmaker, be able to play on the ball like I'm about to do at Oak Hill this upcoming season. That's how he sees me. That's how he sees me playing. That's how he wants me to play when I get there. So he just wants me to, work on my game, get better up until the point where I get there, and then I'll be in his hands.
Now, that's something I was going to ask you too, because I know right now a lot of people consider you a combo guard, a shooting guard, and I think that's something you can always do. You can run a 1-2, maybe a 3-guard set, even a 3. But I think you can be a guy that can also become a more point guard too. So is that something we're going to see more? Does he want you to eventually start running point at some point during your time there?
Yeah, definitely. That's why going to Oak Hill was a big part of my decision, be able to play combo with Caleb, switch on and off the ball, because I think that's really important, especially now, being able to play on the ball and off the ball. So I think that's something I can really, really make strides in these upcoming years.
We'll get back into Penn in a second, but the other big news you have talked about since the last time we did an interview is you hang out to Oak Hill, and obviously you're coached by Steve Smith, one of, not the best high school coach of all time. He has a tremendous program out there, and you've been at Gonzaga the past few years. So take us through this process. What led to you obviously wanting to go to Oak Hill, and why is that the school you chose?
Well, Oak Hill, I mean, it's really this opportunity for me to play against the best, play with the best day in, day out. But, we're going to be in that league where we play the Montverde, Sunrises, people like that. And, I have people personally that I want to play against this Peach Jam and next school season. So, really, I thought it was the best opportunity for me to grow as a player on and off the court, being away from home. And I think this year should be special for me.
I know I'm not a big guy in rankings, but you obviously have dropped a little bit. I don't know, understand completely why, but that's obviously rankings what they think. But you mentioned there are some guys you want to go up against. So Are there any specific names or anyone you are really mostly excited, keen on, and go up against this upcoming year?
Everybody above me, everybody below me too. Just to prove that I am what I think I am, what I know I am, who I know I am. So everybody who's above me, I want to go at. It starts next week, really, for me.
Walk us through that mindset, because obviously you have a lot of different guys ranked in front of you, and just overall just guys, but especially at your position. So what about you makes you so special? Like, why would you say that you think you are a much higher person? I personally think you're a top 30 type guy, but what do you think makes yourself so special?
I think my ability to play both sides of the ball, guard the best player every game, whether it's a guard or a wing, and then be able to score on all three levels. I think that's really big for me. But rankings aren't everything. But respect. Everybody wants respect, and especially when you think you deserve it. So just going at those guys it will make me better. Yeah.
Who is someone that you would compare yourself to? Rather it be a college guy right now, an NBA player. Like, who's someone that you think you play a lot like?
I like to take stuff from Dwayne Wade, a lot of his footwork. Jamal Murray too, the way he gets to the basket. He does a lot of shooting, and a lot of people know him for his shooting, but the way he attacks the rim, his footwork as well. Those two guys are people I take away from. Yeah.
Well, last year you also had a pretty solid season out there at Gonzaga, but just take us through that. Like, walk us through. You had 16 points a game last season. What was last year like for you?
Last year, it was a COVID year, pretty weird. Not how I expected my junior year to go. My backcourt mate Devin Dinkins, it's like my best friend. So, we really wanted to prove how special we could be, and COVID kind of messed that up for us. So I was kind of bummed out about that, but we had, I think, about 10, 12 games. I think I had a pretty good season playing through injury, but overall, it wasn't how my junior year was, how I thought it was going to go.
Devin also just made his commitment recently. George Mason is where he's heading. Obviously, A-10's known as a college for smaller guards, and it's a mid-major that I'm super high on. Perfect fit out there for him. But what are they going to be getting in him? Like, what is Devin capable of doing when he gets to the college level? And what do you think George Mason fans should be able to expect from him?
So he's going to run the show. He's going to get you buckets. He's going to run your team, and he wins. He's the most competitive person I know, probably. We go at it, whether it's Madden or 2K. So he's a winner, and I think he's going to win the A-10. I think he's going to lead George Mason to be a winning program again.
Talked about Team Durant a second ago, and this obviously will be huge for you as well, because you have 2 more big tournaments left of your AAU time, and there's a couple different big things. You're heading to Atlanta, you said tomorrow. You guys have that tournament, and then the big one, Peach Jam. How excited are you for this, just to wrap up your AAU season?
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been waiting for 17s. Since I was 6th grade playing with Takeover. So the opportunity to actually play 17s, Peach Jam is special. It's really big for me. I think this team that I'm on right now could be really good. We still got some work to do leading up to Peach Jam. So I think this weekend will really help us. But we're a smaller team. We play hard, and I think that's going to take us far. A 4-guard system. So you don't see that often, but I think it's going to work. I think we're going to win Peach Jam.
You guys have a lot of talent on that roster, but which one on that team would you say is the guy that people should be the most excited for long term? Like, who's the most special player long term NBA prospect wise on that team?
Definitely Dariq. I've never played with anybody like Dariq. He's only 16 years old. I'm like a year older than him, which I did not know until I started playing with him. But he's special. I tell him to be the best player, prove he's the best player. Because, on our team, we see him all the time. And we think he's the number 1 player in the country. And that's how we want him to play. As he goes, our team goes. So we need him to lead us, and, me and Ronnie as well. So I really think it's Dariq, long term. I think he's a lottery pick coming up. I have no doubt in my mind he'll be in the NBA in about a year. So, yeah, Reek's a lottery pick is no doubt in my mind.
Have you kind of wrapped your mind around it too? Because you've been playing AAU now for a long time. Final tournaments, couple of weeks of your AAU career. How are you feeling about that?
I haven't really thought about it. because I'm still looking forward to my senior year. But it is pretty crazy to me that this is my last year at AAU. I feel like I've been playing it forever. Well, I have been playing it since like 4th grade. So yeah, it really hasn't set in yet. It probably won't set in until the end of Peace Jam. Hopefully, when we have that trophy. But now that you say that, yeah, it's pretty crazy that this is my last year at AAU.
Absolutely. Let's get back in that Pitt commitment because obviously we're going to be heading in a year from now. And this is something that you commit a little bit earlier. Obviously, there's a group of guys committing right now, but the whole long-term spectrum, like this is you're one of the earlier guys to commit in 2022. So why do you feel now is the right time? Like, why do you feel today or this time was the right time for you to commit?
So initially my thought process was that I was gonna wait, because we have three more live periods left. So I was gonna wait to see, maybe somebody like a blue blood or somebody comes in. But after my visit, me and my family talked, especially me and my dad, we talked about like 2 weeks after. And I mean, we came to the conclusion, like, why wait? They have everything I need. It's the ACC. And you don't get much bigger than that. You don't get any bigger than that. So it was really just a why wait question. And I couldn't think of any answers. So it was just the right place for me.
Now like you said, you're playing the ACC, one of, if not the best conference in America. How excited are you to be a part of that conference?
Man, I can't wait, really. I've been watching this since I was little. Every team in the ACC, every game, ACC tournament. So just being able to play, it's like a dream come true. But once I get there, it'll turn into reality, and I can't wait to put my footprint on the ACC.
You're the 21st highest commit in program history, and you're the first commitment in 2022. And we know there's going to be some moving, like always in college. And Pitt's kind of in the mix for a lot of the top guys in the country in 2022. So who else are you guys targeting? Like, who else do you want to try bringing in this Pitt 2022 recruiting class?
So a few guys. One of my close friends was Christian Watson. We wanted him, but he just cut his list and we weren't in there. So I don't really want to really name drop because it's a lot of people, but just wing. We want a wing and we want a big man. I know Sean Phillips. That's a big target for us for big. So yeah, we want a wing and a big for my class, and then bring some more people in 2023.
What's your recruiting tip for them when you're talking to these guys? Why would you tell them that Pitt's the best fit for them?
Just to prove that Pitt can be somewhere special, because a lot of people, they take their visits and they like the city. It's hard not to. But just trying to be a part of something special, rebuilding something, and helping Coach Capel, because I really believe in his vision and what he sees Pitt as and what it can be. Just finding people that would agree with that and want to be special and want to strive to make something instead of joining something.
And you had to follow a lot of different schools. Like you said, you went on a few different visits, but who would you say would have finished up number 2 for you? Like if Pitt never came into the picture for you, who's your second option you would have went to?
I mean, I don't really have no number 2. I don't do lists. Pitt was just the one,
Absolutely. Well, a few more things before I let you go. One of which is, as you know, I was like wrapping discussing a legacy, and we know now what your next chapter will be. So when you do leave Pitt eventually, what do you want to be remembered for what you achieved throughout your Pitt career?
Just turning the program around, getting back to how they used to win in the Big East, just winning. I want to be known as a winner, for sure.
I know you're also believers, but kind of talk about your faith a little bit. How has God helped get you to the point you're at today?
I mean, God is everything for me. Both my grandparents on my mom's side are pastors. So, I mean, I was in church all my life. I wouldn't be here right now without them. So that's also a big thing with Pitt. They're people of faith. That's big for me. So, yeah, I mean, all glory to God that I'm here in this position right now.
That's what I've heard from some guys. I know when you're able to get to a locker room that's really spiritually filled, obviously not everyone will probably be that, but when you're able to have a coaching staff or someone that can be in your life that's also a believer is huge. So take us down a little bit. Like how big was that for you to have them really have kind of Christ and God as a foundation?
Yeah, I mean, it just reminded me of my family even more, really. That's how my house is. That's how my grandparents are. So them being people of faith really just it stood out to me, and it was something I couldn't ignore, and it was something that was really big for me. You know, coming from a family where everybody goes to church, everybody's uh, really deep into their religion and faith.
How did that conversation get brought with the coaching staff? Like, did you guys just happen to be talking? They brought it up, or like how did that start with that?
Yeah, it kind of just popped up because he talked about like a church nearby, and then you know it kind of just happened. Like I didn't just ask him about his faith or anything like that, but it just popped up, and once we started talking about it, it was really cool.
Absolutely. Well, now when you get to college, your platform is going to continue to grow to larger and larger stage, and you're going to be able to spread his light to more and more people. So how do you look to do that? Like going forward, as you get older and older, how do you look to be able to be the light and be God's light in the world?
Just using basketball as my tool, as my guide, and then you know, whatever he has in store for me, it will happen. And just spreading my faith and what I believe to other people. I mean, not going out and being no preacher or anything, but like if I see somebody need help, them this little things like that can make somebody's day, you know.
Absolutely, and man. One final thing for you: give Pitt fans your 3 biggest goals you have set for your Pitt career.
Win the ACC tournament, win the big dance, and freshman of the year. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations on the big commitment once again, man. I'm excited to see what God got next for you, and I appreciate you taking time to come on today.
Appreciate you.
Of course, man. You're always welcome on, man. God bless.
All right, God bless.